For the longest time, the only thing I knew about Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti is that she was the first woman to ever drive a car and she's Fela's mother. That was the only thing I knew about her. And watching this film just showed me a different light to her, a completely different view of her. And I was like, how come the car thing and Fela's mom is the only thing I knew about her? How come I didn't know this woman was such a great figure? And it just made me think that that is why films like this are necessary. Films like this are meant to let us know the greatness of some people apart from the surface thing we just know about them. And man, this woman is one great woman. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti. This film follows the story of Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti and her activism in Abeokuta. This film just put a lot in perspective for me. Like I said earlier, I didn't know anything about this woman, but seeing her activism in this film was something that just blew my mind and made me appreciate and respect this woman so much more. The way the activism was explored was done in a very, very beautiful way. And I like that the film just focused solely on the activism part of her story. They could easily have talked about multiple parts of her story, and it's not I felt as impactful as this one did. But because they focused, they streamlined on just the activism part of our story. It gave the filmmakers a vision, it gave them a focus, it made them know exactly what they wanted to tell with our story, and they just executed it brilliantly. It just had so much impact on the story because it was not being pulled in so many directions, and it was something that I really, really appreciated about this film. Another thing I really loved about this film is the production value. The production value was incredible. Like when I started watching this film, it felt like I was in that time period because of the costume, the location, the designs, the production design overall. It was just so transporting and transported me right into that time period, and it was done brilliantly. And the color grading of the film just added to the aesthetic of the time period, and it was done brilliantly. And man, it was just a beauty to behold. I was seeing some cars in this film, and I was like, yo, where did you get these cars? That was how good the production value was, and it just made me appreciate this film so much. Another thing I enjoyed in this film was the dialogue. The dialogue was very engaging and very, very interesting to listen to. Sometimes they use some proverbs that I've never heard before in my life, and it just adds so much context to the scenes and just makes the performance and the dialogue so much better. And then it was just so beautiful to listen to. There's a particular dialogue that they said a couple of times. They said, I can't remember how they said it in Yoruba, but I'm translating it to English. They said, because a needle is small does not mean a chicken can swallow it, something like that. And that line of that dialogue was just wow, brilliant to listen to because I've never heard anything like that. And it just makes a lot of sense. And that's just one of it. You have so many dialogues like that that add so much to the scene that I really, really loved listening to. I can't talk about this film without talking about Kehinde Bankole's performance. Kehinde Bankole's performance was incredible. She won a Best Actress award at the AMVCA for this performance, and rightly so. When I was watching this film, I did not for once think I was watching Kehinde Bankole. Like, it never come to my mind that I was watching Kehinde Bankole. I was always seeing this woman as Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti. Like, it helps that I did not even know what the woman looks like. But seeing Kehinde Bankole's performance and how she embodied the character was just so brilliant. Like it was transcendent, honestly. It was brilliant to watch, and she just bodied the character and gave a fantastic performance. And yes, I see why she won the award because this performance was stellar. She's not the only one that plays Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti because we see Funmilayo in her teenage years, we see her in her youthful years, and we see her as an old woman. And Joke Silva played the older version of Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti, and her performance also was brilliant. She had a very, very short time. We didn't see much of her like we saw Kehinde Bankole, but the amount of times we saw her, she just delivered a very, very powerful performance. And man, it just made me realize that yes, this one is also a great actor for a reason, and it made me appreciate her performance so much. All the actors in this film also did a fantastic job portraying their characters and bringing them to life and feeling like people in that time period. It was well done. As good as the film was, as good as the story was, and everything that came together was brilliant, there's something I did not like about this film, and that was the way they spoke English in some scenes. There are some characters that are like they are Yoruba characters, like the king, for instance. The Alake is a Yoruba person, and his council also. They're also Yoruba people. But there's some times when they were speaking English, and I was like, were these people really speaking English at this time in this place, surrounded by these people? Like it was something that I found unbelievable because it does not feel like these people will be speaking English. They would have been speaking Yoruba. I mean, this film is set in Abeokuta, a place where Yoruba is the dominant language. And seeing the Alake and his councils speaking English in some scenes was just completely unbelievable for me, and it was just something that took me out of the experience sometimes. So I wish in those moments they had spoken the Yoruba as they were doing. Some since they spoke the Yoruba, I mean the Alaki and his council, they spoke the Yoruba, but in others they were speaking English, and it's just taking me out of the experience. And so something that I had an issue with because, like I said, these people should be speaking Yoruba in this setting. That was my only issue with the film. Other than that, everything worked brilliantly. The performances were stellar. The production value was incredible. The dialogue, whew, it was so interesting to listen to, and every other thing just came together brilliantly. Apart from that Yoruba thing that I did not like, but other than that, this was still a very very good film to watch. So, have you seen Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And what do you think about my outfit? Yeah, comment below. Let me know. If this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.